All right, well, welcome to this little thing here. I got this engine simulator. I opened the wrong file. Bin. So I think a default engine. Yep. Audi 2.3 liter inline 5, which is a really weird, goofy engine, but we're going to go ahead and make sure my volume's not crazy now. So hit A, turn on ignition, and hit S to start. And then you can use R to go wide open throttle. And then I disable the ignition, engine stops. So there's a couple things here going on. Oh, I should probably go full screen. Yeah, boop, there you go, full screen. So that changes, all that fun stuff there. Well, you can mess with all of these things here. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna go assets, we'll go engines, and it's kind of a pain trying to add. I tried adding a cylinder to this engine already, and it did not work. So we'll just do Control V. There we go. So I got a copy. So that's the original, and now we'll screw with. Well, that's the copy. We're gonna screw with the original here. So we got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. So I got exhaust cam lobes, intake cam lobes. Notice there's 5 of everything. So I guess if you want to do a 6, you gotta change all that too. So you can change your input chamber volume, your intake runner volume. I want to say this all changes how the engine sounds, because the guy that wrote this program did all this cool stuff. So I can change my starter torque, I can change my red line. Let's do 9,000. Alright, so where's my ignition stuff at here? Because I got to change where my ignition cutout is too. Oh, there it is, input rev limiter. So let's just go 9 to 500. So I'm curious if by doing that, I just changed the red line to this engine a whole bunch. Oh yeah, here's your stroke and bore, rod length, mass, compression, crank mass, flywheel mass. Hey, what happens if I lower that flywheel mass to, like, let's give it a lighter weight crank. Let's give it less rod mass. Let's make sure we can just zing this thing around like crazy, right? Alright. Looking at more stuff here. Rod journal, angles. So yeah, all this stuff needs to be added when you try to add another cylinder. Right, okay, so that's good. It'll say, yep, save. Alright, we'll go back and we'll try that and see what we get. Let's see. Will it work? Well, it definitely starts faster now. But I still have that issue with the red line being limited to 6,500 RPM. So let's go ahead and see what I missed. Alright. Make sure did I open the right one? Okay. Input rev. I gotta go see here what we got going on here. So it seems like right at 6,500 RPMs, I just run completely out of. And it shouldn't do that if I did it right. There's that. Like, am I fuel limited here? I think it might be fuel limited. It might be a fuel cutout. Cylinders, that's where you add your cylinders at. This is how much lift you got on your cam. There's another one where let's see here. I gotta find where I'm at. Oh, there it is. Yeah, let's add that. And this is how much, the vehicle weighs and all that. Drag coefficient. So they have a way to simulate the vehicle's mass, rolling resistance, how big the tires are, all that good stuff. All right. Max clutch torque. So I guess if I say like, hey, let's put this at 50 foot-pounds of torque max, will I have problems? Probably. All right. So back to Ben. Back to engine sim. Let's see if I have actually done this correctly or not. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Never mind, I don't even know if this engine's supposed to rev that high. I mean, I did change some things on it, so that's fine. Well, let's dyno test this. We'll hit D. Can it even get up that high? Oh, I'm completely running out of power. You look at this torque curve, right? This is 52 RPM, 55,252 RPM, because this is, I guess, American done. I run out of air, so this is torque, which dives off a cliff, and because torque disappears, there's horsepower, so I probably need to add some cam. Make the engine breathe a little better, because all your engine is just a fancy air pump. Okay, let's go find some stuff that looks like, here's input base radius for my cam. What if I change my lift? Is there a way to change duration too? Let me see. Intake runner. I think if you go with a larger intake runner, it improves low-end torque. So what do you say we lower intake runner volume? Straight shot of air or something. Okay. What else we got? Wires, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Looking for more stuff here. Alright, so we lighten the engine some. Now I could lower the bore or lower the stroke to make it, under square. I think it's under square already, but this is kind of like automation, only this isn't like changing sliders on a GUI, a user interface and all that. This is like getting into like code. It's kind of nuts. I like it actually. It's pretty cool. Let's change my intake throttle position to being a little bit more on. Intake plenum. Let's do less intake runner. Alright, where the heck is the cam stuff? Is this it? Where's my duration for the cam? This is where the timing on that cam is. Oh, here it is. That's my lift. Let's add 2 millimeters of lift on that. Let's just try that and see what happens. Add a little bit of lift. Okay, and we'll get this started. Oh, it idle. It's because I changed the throttle. Dyno time. Kinda wish you could mouse over this and see what it's doing. Looks a little bit better. Torque comes up pretty good. It's mostly flat up until around, I don't know, 6,000 or so, and then little better, I think. I should probably take notes of what this is. It's 113, 117. Alright, that's good. But what if we do more? What if we do more, you know? What if we add more power? What else we want to do here on this guy? Well, input advance. Oh, I could advance timing? Oh, no. This is where the voodoo happens, is the lobe separation angle between intake and exhaust. And I know that's like super duper voodoo magic there with the engine and stuff. So I don't know if I want to mess with that. I think I need to mess with, I don't want to mess with this stuff quite yet. Darn, there's like just so many variables and stuff you could toy with. Yeah, I could plan and volume and flow rate. Okay, don't know if I want to mess with that at all. Let's do a little bit less throttle plate when we start. Lower that idle rate some. Oh, okay, so that's my exhaust tube length. What was it, 113, 117? What if we just double that? What happens now? Let's find out. Let's see what this does. Alright, 113, 117. That was what we had before. Power with that. I'm down a foot-pound, I'm down 4 horsepower. Right, that's good to know. So it would track that if I did the opposite, if I can find where that stupid thing was. I don't, yeah, there it is, 20. So what if we do 5? You know, we don't need to have a whole lot of tube length on that. That was a weird clearing of throat garbage. Alright, let's clear the throat of this thing here. Okay. If I get better than 113, 117, that'd be an improvement. So we did gain a little bit. We gained 2 foot-pounds and 3 horsepower just by chopping off some of our exhaust. That's cool. Makes the car, you know, not noise compliant. I tried messing with adding a cylinder. It's not easy. Might be easier if I just... do I want more lift? Yeah, let's add more lift. Let's add more lift onto that. If I can find it where it went. Where are you? Yeah, let's add another 2 millimeters of lift here. That's, there we go. Oh, duration. Oh, that's another thing. Well, let's try just adding lift. Then we'll try some duration, see what that does for us. Like I said, voodoo magic with cams. Hopefully I don't have valves smashing into the top of those pistons. Valve float and all that. bit of horsepower, I think. So I picked up a little bit of horsepower. Yeah, you see at the top of the curve there, it's probably around 7,000 RPM or so. 6.5, something or other like that. So it's a screamer. Alright, well now let's start messing with more cam stuff, and we'll change the duration of the cam. See what we get. There we go. Let's add 10 degrees to each. Let's put that at 220 and 225 respectively. Alright, let's see what we get now. So those are cam curves right there, my valve lift, and you see there's a little bit of overlap because I did change the duration a little. Anywho, let's bring up our dynamometer test here and seem to change a whole lot there, but you know, we could go like really nasty aggressive on that cam and see what happens. You know, that's always just change stuff until, you know, change it until it starts breaking, then dial it back some. All right, so cam stuff was way the heck down here. What if we do 230 and 235? Heck, might as well add a little bit of lift. This is probably like a really aggressive amount of lift at this point. Oh, and then I can change this stuff if I really wanted to. Oh, I could let's shave off 5 cc's from that chamber volume. Let's do 2 changes and then wonder what changed. Perfect. You know, let's change 2 variables. Not usually the recommended thing to do, but I'm getting impatient. Doesn't like starting very much. Yeah, check out how long it takes me to get this thing to cough over. That was a little better. Yeah, maybe it was just me, I don't know. Liters, I'm only making 125 horsepower. Like, what? It's like, that's kind of weird. But yeah, I kind of like that's mostly, once you get it revved up a bit, it's kind of a screamer. Let's get it started again. So that's my valve lift there. I have no idea. I mean, I've seen a video. Dude had VTEC on his stuff. I was like, what are you? How do you put a VTEC system on this? There's probably some hidden lines and stuff you have to throw in there. Shoot. What do I want to do? Do I want to? I could make the engine bigger. That'd probably be bad. I'm kind of at a loss what I want to do. Oh, I could change my cam timing. Let's yeah, maybe I have an issue with it not breathing. Let's change the intake center 2 degrees. See what that does. Like I said, voodoo magic with cams. That's where all the magic happens in an engine. It's like the first time it wants to start, it does not do very well. pressure is terrible. This is not a lot of vacuum manifold. This engine doesn't make any vacuum anymore. A good engine. Well, let's compare, right? So let's go ahead and go back to assets. So let's do this. All right, so this is our modified one. Nope, nope, nope. Go away, go away, go away. Don't want you right now. That was supposed to say mod, but oh well. It changes it. So now the file is going to point at this guy. So now we can compare how it behaves after I did voodoo magic to the rotating assembly and the head. This takes a while to start. So we picked up, yeah, we got 19 inches of vacuum now versus the 17 we had before. So a good engine, if you have a nice setup going, more vacuum is usually better, especially if you're carbureted, but this isn't carbureted, I'm guessing. This is a lot lower red line. Yeah, look at my foot-pounds of torque. Yeah, I picked up, you know, close to 20 horsepower with all the changes I did, which is not a lot, but you can zing the engine higher. So yeah, that's this is Engine Simulator by AngeTheGreat. This is he just released this a couple days ago. Still working on it. It's a very much work in progress. I really like it. It's like all the cool stuff of automation, building an engine, but less intuitive, but you can really, really change stuff. So how about we see if we can make this engine. Alright, so we're going to delete that. And now we're going to copy this again. And then we're going to get in here. What we're going to do is we're going to give this a really beefy starter. And the reason why we're doing that is because we're going to anyone knows, you know, metric system, that's 10-inch stroke. Guess what we're going to do here? We're going to make it square engine. So a 2-inch stroke, 2-inch bore. Compression height is so I have 10 millimeters between the top of the piston and the head. Alright, so crank mass. Let's I don't know, let's make that quite heavy. We'll make that heavy too. And we're gonna add more flywheel radius to this because we just made everything bigger. Okay, rod length. Let's do 10. So we just tripled our rod mass. I think I probably need to go more than that. Here we go. That's 2 kilograms per rod. That's about 5 pounds roughly. I don't know why rod length is in inches, but stroke and bore is thinking metric. Like, doesn't make any sense. Rod length. I don't know. Is that going to be enough? Let's try it. Let's see if this engine even rotates. So I had trouble messing with this. I had no idea why my engine refused to rotate at all. Wow, look how much beefy that is now. I need more, I need something. It's not working. It's not working. It's like banging into stuff. It's self-clearancing. What if we add more power? You know, that's my solution to everything. Let's add more power. Okay, rod length. Let's do 12. Let's add a bit more. 254. Okay, so I got 10 millimeters. Let's just make that 70. Let's just make that 20 millimeters clearance between stroke or compression height. Okay. I think I need more flywheel torque. Or more starter torque. All the foot-pounds. All of it. I gotta turn this thing over. Somebody made using coding or stats that they knew. See if the game likes me at all. Look how small those camshafts are. I think I have a problem. Let's figure out why my stuff doesn't want to turn. So I got a giant brute of an engine like this to turn before. I can't think what I did to do it. Can't remember now. I should have taken notes. Well, I can just make the starter have more torque. Let's that should increase how much torque it's got. Alright, let's add more of that. And let's add another 500 foot-pounds to that. I mean, right now the starter torque is more than what the engine's ever going to make, but I need to sling this engine over so it can actually, you know, work. Okay. Alright, let's see if that did anything good for us here. Why not? Let's try it. Trial and error. That's the name of the game. So, yeah, my rods are down there. I don't know, need to make the rods bigger or not. It's almost look like they got those silly it almost kind of wants to turn. Kind of, not really. I've used 3 cents of gas just trying to turn the engine over. I like how it keeps track of that trash too. You're like, what the? It keeps track of all that? Sure does. Yeah, this is really optimistic for how big this engine is now. Maybe I need more cam. Where is my... I probably need to change my cam base size. If I can find where that stat was again. Where is it? Base radius. There is a thing that shows how much the base radius of your cam was. I think I lost it. Is it up here? Base radius. I think this is where it was at. So let's just make the cam bigger. Let's add more stinking flywheel torque. Starter torque. Well, you turn over now. We're getting better. Getting better, but not quite. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is let's make some more clearance there. Where were you? Right here. All right. I think I might have had too much compression, so it was not able to defeat. You know, some dude built his motorcycle and modified his engine. I mean, it's trying. I'm guessing right now if I this is what happens when you don't know what you're doing. You just start tossing numbers and stuff. It's me. Well, what if I just, you know, make that starter have like all the torque in the world? There we go. You're gonna turn over whether you like it or not. My guess is it's not gonna like it. If I give it all the throttle, what happens? God, that thing is locked up. Imagine trying to turn that over by hand. Jeez. 4,000 foot-pounds of torque on a starter, can't do it? What chance do you have? Oh, shoots. I know I did this before. I did it before. It actually worked. More rod length. Make it so it's not quite so extreme of an angle on those rods. It almost looks like it has a like a marine diesel. They have the wrist pin way down, so you don't get the rocking motion on the pistons at all. Well, it's getting a little better. 10 minutes of faffing around trying to get an engine to work. This is great. This stuff you don't have to deal with stuff like that in automation. It does it all for you, which kind of limits you on some stuff you don't get. I'm trying to think what I want to do here. You know, if I make the flywheel bigger, it might have a better chance of slinging the engine over. Small pulley trying to drive a large pulley. It's getting a little better. Yeah, I think we'll just make the flywheel huge, and that'll make it a bit easier to start. Assuming that's my problem in the first place. Sure, 50-inch flywheel radius. That means 100. It's I mean, for reference, I mean 48 inches is basically 4 foot. So that flywheel's 8 feet in diameter now. Because I'm making a I'm making a small ship engine at this point. But I am trying to sling 64 liters of displacement around, so. Oh my gosh, it just yeeted itself. It said, nope, I don't like you at all. Alright, so that was that setting. Loud and terrible, and that's as high as RPMs it can ever get. I don't think it can even idle. Nope, it can't even idle. I broke it so bad. Let's try to get it spun over again. thing's so twitchy, I'm trying to get started. Can I idle at this? Nope. At the lowest setting, which is 1% throttle, it won't idle. 10% it barely idles. 20% it's okay. Full throttle it's okay. I know there's a way to change the... I thought there was. Was it this one? There's a way to change the throttle position. Oh, that's okay. That's pretty cool. Trying to get this thing started. Oh, it just yeeted itself out. It said nope, but you can recover by just hitting enter. I think that's all I got today because I'm just flopping and twitching here trying to get this to work. But yeah, Engine Simulator. It's free download. It's cool. I'm liking it quite a bit. I'll talk to you all later. Have a good day.